Yo, bless up, bless up. Bless up all the Queen and King. Bless up Original Wrench Mob. Bless up Team Rebel. We in the building. Yo, bless up, bless up. Bless up all the Queen and King. Bless up King Brandon. How you doing, little bro? Bless up Queen Honey. Queen Kim, bless up, bless up. Team Rebel, we in the building. They know what it is. Queen I Am, bless up Queen. Good to see you. Queen Angela, bless up Queen. Angelique. Queen Ruthie, boom, boom, pal. Bless up, Queen. Bless up, Queen Marcy. Oh, yeah, we're going to try to get you up out of there. Bless up, Queen Renee. Queen Sheila, bless up, bless up. Yeah, got a couple of new pieces I wanted to share today. Oh, okay, Queen Angel. Bless up. I won't forget, Queen. We in the building. Yeah, just getting back on our rebelling grind, you know. Bless up, Queen Elba. Good to see you, Queen. All right. This is Room Team Rebel. In this room, we use no profanity at all. Also, we don't disrespect any queens or kings at all. Bless up, Queen Yaba. Boom, boom. Miss you too, Queen. Bless up to you, Queen. Yeah, we don't disrespect any queens or kings at all. And if you have a problem with any of those two requests, those blue names you see going by will handle all goings-ons in the chat. Trust me, they do it well. Original Wrench Mob. Okay. The videos you see here today are not made by Team Rebel. They are not owned by Team Rebel. All rights are reserved for the people who created them. We merely watch them for viewing and learning purposes only. Bless up, Queen Foxy. How you doing? Good to see my familia. Queen Sharon, bless up, Queen. Oh, yeah. Team Rebel love, bless up. Okay. Let's see what they mean, not connected. Okay, yeah, I got some nice pieces for y'all. Bless up, Queen Judith. Good to see you, Queen. I gotta, is this the one? It's gotta be the one. Let's see. Okay. Apologize, everybody. We rebelling. Just make sure I got everything together. Okay.
Courage, strength, leadership,
First off, I want to say bless up Hollywood. How you doing? Yeah, we rebelling. That's right, we rebelling. I'm good, Queen Hollywood. How you been doing? I want to say bless up to Queen Beautiful. She sent a piece in that describe what rebels are. You know what I'm saying? So, I want y'all to check out this piece. You all right, Mr. Jumbo? All right.
I want to lay down.
Bravery.
Go ahead.
Sheep follow the leader. They follow the herd. They don't know where they are going. Many times they are led to the slaughterhouse, but they keep following. They don't lead. They don't use their mind. A lion leads. It's about having the courage to stand and fight for your life. Having the strength to go bravely in your own direction. Even if others walk away, you tread your own path. Only you know what's best for you. Only you know what path to take. Only you know your courage, your strength, your heart. Everyone has the heart of the lion inside of them. Let it out. Let it scream out of you. Like the lion, unleash the beast in you.
Attitude is what you think, what you do, and what you feel about yourself. Attitude is everything in life. Guess what? Whether you rise or fall, everything is based upon the attitude that you showed up at that moment. Your attitude determines your altitude. Listening carefully. I've been through tough times. I've experienced it, and I want you to know that it wasn't my money that brought me this far. It was my attitude towards life. It was my attitude to keep going when the going gets tough. That is the lion attitude I'm talking about. The question is, what is your attitude towards life? What do you think of yourself as I'm talking to you now? Do you think of yourself as how God thinks of you? Or you think of yourself as how friends and family members think of you? You need the lion attitude. The attitude to take charge of your destiny. You need the lion attitude that says, I can. You need the lion attitude. The attitude that says, I will, because I'm bold enough to fight. You need the lion attitude if you are standing in for greatness. Real lions, they are hungry when the time comes for their mission. Lions are not followers. They are leaders who lead the rest of the animals. Become a lion. Be fearless. Don't talk. Walk the talk. Real lions, they demonstrate who they are. A lion does not seek respect. They command respect and authority because they know they should be respected. Be a lion. A sheep follows the leader. A lion leads. It's about having the courage to stand and fight for your life. Having the strength to go your own direction, even if no one believes in you. Follow your heart. Only you know what is best for you. Only you know the path to take. You have the heart of a lion inside you. Let it out. Don't fit in. Stand out and use your gift.
The lion is certain. There are no maybes with the lion. This is my decision, and I will attack until the outcome is mine. No one will push me around. No one will tell me where to go or what to do. If I want something, I will go after it with everything I have inside me. The sheep is not certain. That is why the sheep follows the herd, not knowing where they are going, not caring, just drifting through life, being pulled and prodded, being sheared from head to toe until there is nothing left to give. And that is what I see in many of you. Life, the world, and society is shredding you of your very self. Head to toe, you lose your own unique footprint. You become what others want you to see, not what you want to be. Don't let anyone push you around. Be like a lion. Roar so loud with your own spirit that no one will doubt you ever again. No one will question your goals. No one will dare challenge you again, because you certainly will shine through like the lion. You have that.
That's Team Rebel. Bless up, Queen Lisa. Bless up, Queen Sharon. Bless up, Queen Taz. Bless up, Queen Sheila. Bless up, Queen Rec. Yeah, bless up all the Queen and King. Yep, just a little something inspirational for y'all to know why the choice of the lion. Hold on. Bless up, bless up. Can y'all hear me? King T Knight, bless up, little bro. Okay, bless up, bless up. One of the queens says she can't hear the sound. We rebelling. Bless up, DA. We in the building. Team Rebel. This the man right here. I like this guy.
Hi. Do you want to learn how to draw amazing art? Would you like to learn how to draw straight out of your head and start wowing everyone around you? Then this is your course on drawing, from beginner to advanced. Drawing is the most...
There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The big, the wealthy, the real owners, the big, wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. They're irrelevant. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you.
I really haven't seen this many people in one place since they took the group photographs of all the criminals and lawbreakers in the Ronald Reagan administration.
Will be gone. Dinosaurs had their chance. There was an age of reptiles. Now it's the age of primates. And who knows? Maybe it'll be the insects next. It's not up to us. It's not divinely ordained. We're here on chance, and we're going to go away. And the planet will heal. The planet will heal because that's what it does.
225 different people in the Ronald Reagan administration have either quit, been fired, been arrested, indicted, or convicted of either breaking the law or violating the ethics code.
It heals itself. It's a self-healing organism. It changes and grows. It'll incorporate all of our dead cities into itself, and it will become something else, but it will still be going around the sun for at least a few more billion years or whatever. 225
of them. And Edwin Meese alone case alone has been investigated by 3 separate special prosecutors, and there's a 4th one waiting for him in Washington right now.
So this whole thing, we have to save the planet by not putting diapers in the landfill. That's too short-sighted. It doesn't do anything. You have to change yourself. And we'll never do that because the dollars now. Everybody wants a dollar in the toy.
3 separate special prosecutors have had to look into the activities of the Attorney General. And the Attorney General is the nation's leading law enforcement officer.
Everybody's got a cell phone that'll make pancakes and rub their balls, so nobody wants to rock the boat. Nobody wants to change. Don't change anything. And we're in a nice downward glide.
They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets.
They're against street crime, providing that street isn't Wall Street. And the Supreme Court decided about a year ago that it's all right to put people in jail now if we just think they're going to commit a crime.
I think we squandered great gifts. I think humans were given great gifts. Walking upright, binocular vision, opposable thumb, large brain, making tools. Make tools, large brain, make better tools. Talk, have to make language. You take this, put in here. We learned language, the brain got bigger, language. We grew.
It's called preventive detention. All you got to do now is just think they're going to commit a crime. Well, if we'd have known this shit 7 or 8 years ago, we could have put a bunch of these Republican motherfuckers directly into prison.
And they own all the big media news, all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls.
Keep in mind, these Reagan people are the ones that were going to get government off our backs. Remember that? That was the rhetoric of the 1980 campaign. We'll get government off your backs and out of your lives. Yeah, but they still want to tell you what magazines you can read, and they still want to tell you what rock lyrics you can listen to, and they still want to force your kids to pray in school, and they still want to tell you what you can say on the radio.
What's up, King Loves?
We had great gifts, and we gave it all up for both for both money and God and mammon, both.
The FCC, the Federal Communications Commission, decided all by itself that radio and television were the only 2 parts of American life not protected by the free speech provisions of the First Amendment to the Constitution. I'd like to repeat that because it sounds vaguely important.
They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want. Well, we know what they want. They want more for themselves and less for everybody else.
The FCC, an appointed body, not elected, answerable only to the president, decided on its own that radio and television were the only 2 parts of American life not protected by the First Amendment to the Constitution. And why did they decide that? Because they got a letter from a minister in Mississippi.
So we keep ourselves limited, and then we want a toy and a gizmo and gold, and we want shiny things, and we want something to plug in that'll make big things for us. And all that shit is nothing. It's nothing.
The Reverend Donald Wildman in Mississippi heard something on the radio that he didn't like. Well, Reverend, did anyone ever tell you there are 2 knobs on the radio?
But I'll tell you what they don't want. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them.
It's called freedom of choice, and it's one of the principles this country was founded upon. Look it up in the library, Reverend, if you have any of them left when you finish burning all the books.
And Americans who also had great gifts. When you take the theory of democratic rule, self-government, okay, they started off wrong. They owned slaves. They didn't let women vote. They didn't let people who didn't own land vote. Fine, they got off on the wrong foot, but the ideas were good. But we fucking blew that. We polluted it.
And speaking of real estate holdings, let's get back to Ronald Reagan and his criminal gang. When last we left them, they were going to get government off our backs.
That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago.
When they say right to life, they're talking about their right to decide which people should live or die.
We polluted it with this stuff, things, material goods, games, gizmos, toys, gadgets, having possessions. He's got a bigger truck. Did you see his truck? It's bigger than mine. I'm getting a new truck.
It's the old American double standard. You know, say one thing, do something different.
They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. People who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork and just dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly shittier jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime, and the vanishing pension that disappears the minute you go to collect it. And now they're coming for your Social Security money.
And of course, the country is founded on the double standard. That's our history. We were founded on a very basic double standard. This country was founded by slave owners who wanted to be free.
Here's a big trouble. Oh, I'm getting that one. That's what, you got a video and a DVD too? He don't have a DVD. I got a DVD. You know. Oh, please. Whatever happened? And all of that is what happened, you know? And that's why I'm divorced from it now.
A group of slave owners who wanted to be free. So they killed a lot of white English people in order to continue owning their black African people so they could wipe out the rest of the red Indian people and move west and steal the rest of the land from the brown Mexican people, giving them a place to take off and drop their nuclear weapons on the yellow Japanese people.
Okay.
They want your fucking retirement money. They want it back so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. And you know something? They'll get it. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place.
You know what the motto of this country ought to be? You give us a color, we'll wipe it out. You got it.
When you're born in this world, you're given a ticket to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given a front row seat. And some of us get to sit there with notebooks. And I'm a notebook gunner, huh? Oh my God, did you see that? Did you see what he just...
So anyway, about 80 years after the Constitution is ratified, 80 years later, the slaves are freed. Not so you'd really notice it, of course. Just sort of on paper.
It's a big club, and you ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club. By the way, it's the same big club they used to beat you over the head with all day long when they tell you what to believe. All day long, beating you over the head in their media, telling you what to believe, what to think, and what to buy.
And that was, of course, during the Civil War. Now, there's another phrase I dearly love. That is a true oxymoron if I've ever heard one. Civil War. Do you think any country could really have a civil war?
And I watch the freak show, and I cut my notes, and I make up stuff about it, and I talk about the freaks. And the freaks are all human, and they're like me, and they're all the same. We're all the same. I'm not better. I'm not different. I'm just apart now. I'm separate. I'm over here because I put myself out of the mix. I don't have a stake in the outcome. I'm not a cheerleader for a given outcome now.
What do you expect? Hey, come on, this is a warlike country. We come from that Northern European, basically the Northern European genes, the blue eyes.
What's up, Queen?
Those blue eyes. Boy, everybody in the world learned real quick, didn't they? When those blue eyes sail out of the north, you better nail everything down, motherfucker.
Good, honest, hard-working people. White collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good, honest, hard-working people continue. These are people of modest means. Continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all. At all. At all. You know?
Everybody in the world learned real quick, didn't they? When those blue eyes sail out of the north, you better nail everything down, motherfucker. Nail it down, strap it down, or they'll grab it. If they can't take it home, they'll burn it. If they can't burn it, they'll fuck it. That's what happened to us.
Oh, they say if you scratch a cynic, you'll find a disappointed idealist. And I would admit that somewhere underneath all of this, there's a little flicker of a flame of idealism that would love to see it all whoosh, change. But it can't happen that way. And incremental change, it just seems like the pile of shit is too deep.
And it's a warlike country. Come on. I mean, forget foreign policy. Even the domestic rhetoric is warlike. Everything about our domestic policy invokes the thought of war. We don't like something in this country, we declare war on it. The war on poverty, the war on drugs, the war on crime, the war on AIDS, the war on cancer. We got the only national anthem that mentions fucking rockets and bombs in the goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged. And nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care.
R.I.P. to George Carlin, you know what I'm saying? He keep it hot. He keep that good knowledge. Yeah, bless up, Queen Bonita. How y'all doing? Queen Amy Lee, bless up, Queen Sheila T. It's good to see y'all. Bless up, all the Queen and King. King Brad, how you feeling, big bro? Okay, I got one more piece. Then I'm gonna get Mr. Jumbo to his location. Yeah, and let me get that one right. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember. I remember the one I want now. Okay. Check this one out, y'all. What's up? Team Rebel, we in the building. They know what it is.
My team and I always had trouble managing our tasks until one of my colleagues found Monday.com. You can see the task owner, what the deadline is, change the status, and it's...
Boom.
City police announced a major drug bust this afternoon. Investigators say several types of illegal substances were discovered at a liquor store in West Baltimore. WJZ is live. Avajoy Burnett is at City Police headquarters with the latest. Avajoy?
Denise, as you mentioned, police are calling this a major win. This drug bust happened in the Lexington Market area in the 100 block of Utah Street. And yesterday, officials say they went into a liquor store, but it was actually operating as a front for a drug selling situation. They say they recovered marijuana, crack cocaine, thousands in cash, even a weapon. And they arrested 7 people, including the owner, 3 employees, and a person who they believe was inside taking part in a transaction of buying drugs. Now, the deputy commissioner here at Baltimore Police Department is a former DEA agent, and he said this is a huge win for the city of Baltimore in getting drugs off the street.
And you have this group that's also selling marijuana and crack cocaine and other things. So you got a poly drug trafficking group operating in this very, very small area. The potential impact that a group like that could have on a small area like that is tremendous.
Now, officials once again say they have arrested 7 people with regards to this bust, and they said their officer had suspicions of what was going on here, but tips actually helped them to nail down this bust from yesterday, tips from the community, and they say they are very grateful for that. Reporting live tonight at Baltimore City Police Headquarters, Avajoy Burnett for WJZ.
Thank you, Avajoy. Police say other people may be involved. At this moment, investigators are trying to figure out who provided the drugs.
Now you see, and that's all too common, you know. Brothers get these stores, these grocery stores, nice little businesses, and instead of them doing it right, they end up with drugs running out the store and end up getting done just that way. Happen more times than not.
Comes with this penguin Mario. And this is supposed to pop up a picture of an ice flower, but it doesn't work. So we're just gonna pretend.
Okay.
Next, we're gonna open up this red toad and sparkling water set.
What's this one?
Look at this. The clam actually opens up and reveals.
I used to hate pooping in public. You know the feeling. Nothing is worse than...
A man who claims to be a former member of the Illuminati has come forward with his story about the secret life of the government elite. A 47-year member. The anonymous poster claims to have been an active member of the Illuminati for 47 years. He says that he finally decided to come forward with the truth after it all became too much to bear. What he discusses in his letter. The author discusses the process you have to go through in order to become a member, shocking revelations about who Obama really is. He is much more evil than anyone realizes apparently, information about the space flights program, how dark and satanic Denver, Colorado really is, and the truth about aliens. Early life, Harvard, making money. This post will be about how the Illuminati recruited me and what exactly I had to go through. When I was 19 years old, I fell into some money through some connections with friends, and some successful investments of some money that I had made throughout my childhood. I got involved in some backroom deals, and saw my money begin to grow. As I attended college at Harvard in 1964, I began to become increasingly rich, and my influence on campus grew as well through my participation in various clubs and organizations. Some friends and I began to serve as quasi-stockbrokers while still at Harvard. I made tons of cash during that year, and was very powerful and influential on campus. Meeting the real-life men in black. One night as I was walking back to my dorm shortly after midnight, I was approached by two men in black suits. I initially assumed that they were going to investigate my business activity because some of it was not exactly legal. They asked me to come with them and I followed them into the basement of a 2-story house a couple streets over from my dorm room. Making a deal with the devil. They sat me down at a table, and asked me if I was willing to make a deal. They would not tell me what deal I would be making, but just continually asked if I would be willing to make a deal. I half-assed agreed that I would, and that is when the biggest man that I have ever seen walked through some closet doors, and sat down. First of all, if you do not believe me then I'm sorry. I am here to tell the truth, and nothing that is written by me is false exaggeration nor science fiction. This information is real, it is true, it is reality, and it is time for it to be told. Underground bunkers? The first topic to discuss will be these underground bunkers that I have mentioned. Currently, there are 57 underground bases and bunkers around the United States that are in use for various purposes. There are 439 bunkers in the entire world. All of these bunkers and bases are controlled and maintained by the Illuminati. The largest underground bunker is in Sao Paulo, Brazil. This bunker has the capability of holding up to 5,000 people for a period of up to 10 years. I have personally been in this bunker, and it is much larger than one that anyone can possibly even imagine. This bunker is secured mainly for the events of the end times. 5,000 of the world's richest, brightest, and most powerful individuals will secure shelter in this bunker in the event of a global thermonuclear war, natural disaster, or any other form of global catastrophe. World War III, the New World Order, and why we are all screwed. Don't be confused. Several other bunkers have the ability of housing large numbers of people for extended periods of time, but no other bunkers is as large and capable as this one. In the event of World War III, all of the world's leaders will take shelter here, and the governments of the world will be theoretical proxy governments. The world's richest people will be here as well. People such as Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, the oil tycoons opening parenthesis. However, these oil tycoons will be murdered while they are in the bunker so that the takeover of the Middle East will be much easier for the New World Order. I do not know the exact number, but of the 439 bunkers in the world, I would say that around 275 of them are constructed mainly for shelter and extended stays. I myself stayed in one of these bunkers while in China in the 90s. They are very nice, very luxurious. It is practically like you are staying in a 5-star hotel. Abraham Lincoln retired in Mexico and was not assassinated after all. Abraham Lincoln was not murdered by John Wilkes Booth. Lincoln was placed in the office of presidency as a pawn. The Illuminati knew that if he was elected then the South would secede. The Civil War made the North very, very rich. That was the only reason the Civil War was allowed to happen. If the Illuminati had not seen the opportunity to become rich off of the war, then slavery would still be an American institution. Lincoln was placed in office just to start the war. He made a deal that once the war was over, that he would be removed from office. This was taken care of through a fake assassination, and he spent the rest of his days in a bunker in Mexico. Hurricane Katrina, an inside job? You all know about the HAARP machine conspiracy. It is real. I can assure you. The machine is housed entirely in a bunker that is underwater in the Pacific Ocean. This machine was developed back in the 1980s, and was first used in the late 90s. This machine has capability of creating any natural disaster that the Illuminati wish to create. Hurricane Katrina was a product of the HAARP machine. The hurricane was used as a diversion. While the area was in chaos, and attention was diverted everywhere, engineers were sent down to prepare for the Gulf oil spill. I can assure you that the Illuminati is capable of releasing more oil into the Gulf. The oil that has already been pumped into the Gulf is only a small amount compared to what could possibly be done. I already mentioned that the oil spill was used as an agent to implant microbodies into the brains of the children in the area. These children that have been affected are now subject to government control whenever these microbodies are activated. The Illuminati also used the opportunity that Katrina presented to build a bunker that is directly beneath the French Quarter. Why else do you think that FEMA was slow to provide adequate assistance? The engineers needed time. Warren Buffett controls the drug trade. Another thing that is housed in these bunkers are drugs. There are massive amounts of cocaine, marijuana, heroin, and all kinds of other drugs being stored. The drug trade and war on drugs are essential to the Illuminati. As more and more drugs are traded, and cartels become more powerful, the Illuminati becomes richer and more powerful. One of the major contributors and benefactors to the drug trade is Warren Buffett. Buffett has been running the drug trade in the Western Hemisphere for the past 20 years. The drug cartels of Mexico are under his power. It is important that the Illuminati control the majority of the drugs in North America. This is because it gives them yet another vehicle to transport technology that allows them to take control of the consumers. The Illuminati is constantly searching for ways to implant themselves in the minds of the general public, and naturally, control of the drug trade was the perfect way to do so. Buffett secured control of the drug trade when he approached multiple drug cartels and presented them with contracts. He has been in control ever since, and Ben Bernanke is assisting him with the day-to-day operations. FEMA and the Nazis have similar plans. Multiple bunkers are also equipped to serve as crematories. Much in the same way that the Nazis burned their victims, the Illuminati plans to burn victims that are killed off. Many have speculated that FEMA has constructed stockpiles of coffins to be used for mass burials, but this is not true. Mass burials would take a massive amount of time and effort. Therefore, when the time comes to begin mass killings and executions, the bodies will be shipped to burn yard where they will be dropped in these bunkers and reduced to ashes. FEMA, which is an Illuminati-run organization, decided that this would be the most effective way to dispose of a mass amount of bodies. Beware the robots. Yet more of these bunkers contain robots that are designed and ready to infiltrate the workplace in the case of a labor shortage. The scenario in which these robots will most likely be used is when the mind control aspect of the Illuminati's plan goes into effect. Robots will be sent in to perform the jobs that these people were doing, and these people will be used for other events, such as war, propaganda, and violence. These robots will also be used once population control goes into effect. Alex Jones is a liar, hats on fire. Alex Jones is not who he says he is. For years he has been working to uncover the secrets of the Illuminati and the New World Order, but yet he is a member of the former, and will be in power in the latter. Jones has been placed in the world of conspiracy theories to feed false information, to throw trackers off the trail. Do not believe anything that the man tells you. All of the information that he presents is fabricated by the Illuminati, for the Illuminati. Think of Joseph Goebbels. Alex Jones is the perfect Joseph Goebbels. Stop listening to him if you are. You are being lied to by a man that receives his instructions straight from the Illuminati. Shutting off the sun. Scientists working for the Illuminati have found a way that they can shut off the sun. A weapon has been created that shoots a beam of high-density radiation right into the heart of a planet or star. This beam of radiation penetrates through the planet, creating a very large cylinder in the exact middle of it. The radiation that is left behind begins to eat at the star or planet, and the effects spread like wildfire. This technology has been tested on various stars in our immediate solar system, and is very effective. The first thing that occurs to the star is that the radiation eats a perfect cylinder through the middle of the star. The radiation left behind begins working its way out or degenerating anything in its path. The radiation continues to build and spread. Some stars hung on until they were totally deteriorated from the radiation. However, some stars became so unstable that they combusted at a certain point. Even the flu isn't on it. The Spanish flu of 1918, SARS, and the H1N1 scare all have one thing in common: they all were engineered by the Illuminati. While nothing has been instituted on a global scale, the Illuminati has been testing these viruses for years, and they are finally unlocking the keys to creating a virus that will spread across the globe very, very fast, killing select people. My advice: do not receive the vaccines. You will become a part of a test group that the Illuminati is using to experiment. The H1N1 virus started to become widespread when animals escaped from a farm in Brazil where the virus was being tested. Several of these animals mingled with citizens of surrounding towns, and many of the animals were consumed. The population of the surrounding town.
Once you actually start talking to somebody about it, they're like, just, okay, what is Scientology?
Thousands of people have walked through our doors.
Many of the animals were consumed. The population of the surrounding towns were quarantined, and the ones that died were covered up. However, somehow, a traveler had carried the flu virus all the way up into northern Mexico, where the virus was first reported. The Illuminati soon found out that the virus was much, much less ineffective than they thought. They are currently pursuing research on a virus that will wipe out a country within a matter of days.
Y'all saw that, right? This is what's happening. While we live in our everyday life, this is what's going on. Part of what's going on anyway. And we got a lot more to go through. We got a lot more things happening. A little later on this evening, we're going to kick back up some J4K business. I got some things going on with that. Also, just to let y'all know, we rebelling. We in the building. Keep the heart of a lion, you know what I'm saying? And don't let these people distract y'all. And don't let them, get under your skin like that. Oh, bless up Queen Renee. Yeah, it's going on. Been having my young one, so had to take it easy. He like being on camera and stuff. But bless up to all the Queen and King. Bless up Original Wrench Mob. Bless up Team Rebel. I see you, big bro, King Brad. I like that comment you left on that person. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so bless up to all the Queen and King. We rebelling. I'll see y'all a little later on tonight. We're gonna keep it cracking. You know what I'm saying? Just getting back in the flow of things. You know what I mean? So bless up all the Queen and King. I'll see y'all later on. We in the building. Peace.